Make sure that's all rolling. But stoked to see the board. Let me see if YouTube is going over here. If so, then we're ready to rock. Standing by. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 285 of Boogler, Pitted with Action and Manny V. Bro, we're only 15 episodes away from 300.
That is
It,
so
it,
awesome.
it is creeping up on us.
Yeah.
And you know
Yeah.
what? I'm loving every minute of it.
I know. You know what it is? Really comes down to being able to, chat with you on a weekly basis and reach out and invite everybody to be a part of it. And yeah, Jeremy Harris, Chris, Todd, Kelly, Big Todd, JG, we got the usuals, and then we'll get a few others that pop in here and there, but it's recorded. You can always go back to it, and it's been pretty awesome. Thanks for hanging in there with me, brother.
Well, I appreciate you helping to keep this thing rolling. You know, we've had a lot of fun with it. We've had some heavy-hearted episodes.
Yeah.
But through it all, it just keeps the stoke for bodyboarding going for both of us. It's a big part of it. And you know, we've got a special start to this episode. We go into shout outs each week to start things off. And this week, I've got a special shout out for Custom X Bodyboards. I want to say thank you. I can't say thank you enough to Tim Norick, the CEO, and Master Craftsman Peter Naya, PMA, for allowing me the opportunity to be involved with the creative process in putting out the Tyrone Perez board model, the TMPD quad. And the first two have already been made. I've got one sitting right behind me in this box here. So I'm going to do an unboxing of the TMPD quad bodyboard model in honor of my dear friend Tyrone Perez. So bear with me.
Super stoked. I'm excited to see it. I love the unboxing.
All right, so
Awesome. Oh, wow. Beautiful. So give us the background on how many are going to be made, and also
and of course the video cut out.
it's okay. It'll come back on, I'm sure.
There
There
we
we go.
go. All right. There you can
Whoa.
see the bottom, the quad channels, and the all black with the white stamps. As you can see, the TMPD logo on the deck. And I said it earlier today on social media. I'll say it again. Of all the boards I've worked on, of all the boards I've owned in 36 years as a bodyboarder, this one right here means the most to me. To be involved with bringing this board to fruition, making sure that one goes to Tyrone's wife and daughter, having one for myself, and the fact that the royalties Tyrone would have made off of this board are being rolled into a college fund for his daughter.
Nice.
Um, I I can't help but feel like Tyrone's looking down right now and smiling. I obviously I miss him to death. I love Tyrone like a brother, and this means the world to me.
Yeah, I definitely he's probably shedding a tear too of just sheer happiness and stoke. Yeah, he would be ultra stoked to see this all unfolding. And thank you so much, Jackson. I'm pretty sure you're pretty a pivotal part of making that happen. I mean,
The only
it's
thing that would have made me happier is if I could have still been out in Oceanside to actually have hands on the shaping process. But,
Yeah,
things worked out the way they did. But I cannot say thank you enough to Kim Norick and Pete Anaya. Kim, PMA, I love you guys. Thank you for making this happen. Thank you for allowing me to be involved with making this happen. And to Tyrone's wife, his daughter, his family, I know they're super excited about this board. I I'm happy to have played a part in making this a reality.
that's awesome. Yeah. Thank you for making that happen. Are there limited amounts? Are they just going to keep it in production? And
No limited amounts. They're available in stock 41 and 42-inch crescent tail quads, and they're available to order now. You can go to customx.com or you can call the factory direct to order one, but they are now 100% available. And I know there's people that have been waiting for these to be officially released. One, not only out of friendship for Tyrone, but to help support, putting together a college fund for his daughter. And just to ride a really solid quad concave bodyboard.
yeah,
Excuse
let
me.
me, I'm going to pull up the Custom X website. Here we go. Can you see it on there?
If you click on the drop down menu for boards,
Yep, I'm already at boards.
okay.
I think
Well,
I saw it down here. There it is.
yeah, there it is. It can also the drop down menu at the top of the screen. If you click on boards and then click on custom series, it'll take you right to where it's at.
Okay.
And yeah, I I am so stoked. It's so excited about this board being available. Um,
Oh, you can get your own colors
you
and
can pick the
slick.
colors. Yep.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So, but I'll be completely honest. I've never been this emotionally moved by a board before. Yeah, this is, if I had to compare it to anything, you'd have to go back to when I was 13 and got my first bodyboard. That stoke level. And, yeah, just thinking about, all the good times spent bodyboarding and cruising around with Tyrone and being able to see this board come to fruition. I mean, it gives me chicken skin, bro.
Yeah, no, I mean, what a friggin' shitty way to, have a awesome friend and have him be here one minute and not be here the next. It's freaking no bueno. But this is awesome, epic tribute to somebody who's beyond stoked. I mean, I really wish I had the funds to be able to have hired him to do my marketing campaign for Epic Surf Tours. Um, but yeah, he was really good at what he did. Um, but this is a great way to have his legacy live on. Friggin' awesome job, Custom X and Axon Jackson and everybody involved.
So yeah, that's my shout out this week to Custom X Bodyboards CEO Kim Norick and Master Craftsman Pete Anaya. And all my heartfelt love and prayers go on a daily basis to his wife and daughter.
I'm not gonna follow up on that. We'll leave it there on the shout outs.
All right, Manny. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Now, for bodyboard news, I just wanted to remind everybody this week that we are now only 10 days away from the start of the competition window for the 2024 Shark Island Challenge. You
Yeah.
know, you can find all the information about the event, all the updates at sharkislandchallenge.com, as well as their social media pages. I'm really, really looking forward to this event. The contest window runs May 24th through June 30th. And, you know, this Shark Island is historic. And anytime they run the Shark Island Challenge, it's one for the history buffs.
Definitely.
In this day and age, touting, a bodyboarding event as historic has become completely overplayed. But when it comes to the Shark Island Challenge, it fits the bill 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna, I'll agree with you 100%. And we interviewed the guys that are making it happen. This interview is actually free for everybody to listen to. And I believe this is the question I'm asking then on how difficult was it to pick the 25 riders? And they both just like, holy shit, it's been tough. There's so many worthy people, but a lot of people can't take that month off or be ready at a moment's notice for that contest window. And that was one of the reasons why Damian King couldn't make it. Just the commitment um, wasn't to be able to commit for that long was not in the cards for Kingy. But I mean, you have Mike Stewart, Toby Player, and all these young guns and Jared Houston. I mean, this is going to be an incredible event.
Yeah, the combination of bodyboarding legends, world champions, and Australian rippers taking on one of the heaviest and most historic bodyboarding waves in our sports history. This is going to be, must see. I can't wait to follow this as it all goes down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put Lily being in the top 10. Easy,
I
easy.
I love, love, love the fact that Lily Pollard's going to be mixing it up with the
Yeah,
guys in this one because, if there's one woman that deserves to be out there competing at Shark Island, it is definitely Lily Pollard.
yeah, yeah. That's gonna be super exciting, and she was super stoked to get the invite. And I mean, when you have the likes of like Jacob Romero posting epic and Sasha Specs and the whole crew, Anthony, just super pumped for her invitation and her being there. I mean, it's just the stamp of approval across the board from her peers.
Yes, it speaks volumes to her riding ability and her gusto out at Shark Island. And it's going to be fun to watch her ride out there with all these other competitors.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, uh,
and then my next piece of bodyboarding news, basically following up right on the heels of the Shark Island Challenge in Australia, will be the 2024 Hand Invitational in Cape Town, South Africa, which runs from July 1st to 31st. So we're coming up on 2 month-long specialty event competition windows for two very amazing events.
yeah. I'm excited on this too. This is going to be a fun one to watch. Maybe we get Dion and the crew uh, interviewed and have them talk about what's in store for their event.
I would love
I'll
you to have you dial up Mumbles and
yes,
get the full-on lowdown on this year's event because one, Mumbles is the man, and two, this is going to be an epic event.
totally. I mean, Mark McCarthy, this he's gonna make a showing, which is awesome. Booty will be there in Specs and Hankis, Tristan. I mean, the lineup right there with the South African legends are it's
In our years of working commentary for the IBA and APB, we've had the great fortune of working with and watching some of the best bodyboarders in the world. Mark McCarthy has always been one of my favorites from South Africa. And
yep,
I love that, he's coming out for this event.
yeah. He's gonna be a fun one to watch. Won't hold back at all. Yeah, this is going to be another epic event. I'm gonna reach out to you to make sure your schedule is open when we do bring on Mumbles. So I'd love for you to be a part of that for sure.
You know what? The combination of you, me, and Mumbles, you know, with the comment and Terry back and forth of, just jumping on and discussing bodyboarding. Um, I hate to say it, but that was an opportunity missed for the World Tour. Can you imagine the three of us hosting live commentary for World
Yeah.
Tour events? You
I
know,
mean,
two of us in the booth at a time, one of us on the after heat interviews, and just that three-man rotation, that would have been all time.
I
But
mean,
again, missed opportunity.
yeah. Even throw Teza in the mix, and it was unstoppable. I
Oh,
mean
even
that.
better. That would have been the ultimate commentary team right there. Teza McKenna, Mumbles, Manny V, and Action Jackson. You
Yeah.
know, and I put myself at the bottom of that list because you guys have incomparable skill sets when it comes to holding it down on the mic. Me, I'm just, stoked to be along for the ride in most situations like that.
I mean, it would be awesome to have Bago. Bago has is coming into her own too. But yeah, dreaming. Big shout out to Roland over in Punta Roca in El Salvador. He's chiming in. What's up, Roland? Yeah, so Shark Island and Tand, two epic events coming up very soon.
Yes, I would love to see more of these specialty events around the world. I mean, for years there was one in France that was pretty epic. It's just that the wave wasn't super consistent, and they decided to, you know, put that to an end. But yeah, Shark Island, Tand. I mean, if you had another venue to choose to have a specialty event at, where would it be? And don't say the wedge,
No,
because to everybody watching, the wedge is never going to happen. But
never.
Manny, if you had to pull off a specialty event somewhere in the world, where is it?
I mean, it would be the one that I grew up watching from the very beginning. And when people show up to this wave back then, it was all about just getting barreled and maybe doing a maneuver at the end. But now with this generation of riders, they're hitting the lip on the big stuff too. But I would love to see everybody congregate, get back to the North Shore for Pipeline. I mean, to me, that was the the epicenter of bodyboarding through the 90s is the North Shore. And with the grand finale or in the last few years of the world tour, the beginning of the tour, but Pipeline for sure for me. I would love to see Pipeline as a specialty event, pretty much on along the same lines as what you know Shark Island and Tand are doing. Make it a specialty event. Invite those that would be the most difficult list to put together, but invitation and just have it just all the bodyboarders do their thing in perfect Pipeline. What
Well,
about you?
I'm going to throw a curveball at you. There's two places that on a yearly basis, I'm always in the back of my head, hamster wheel spinning, trying
Don't
to
say
figure
Cape.
out.
Don't say Cape Hatteras.
No, there's two islands I am absolutely in love with, have been since the first time I set foot on either one. You just named one, Hawaii Pipeline. I'm going to say Puerto Rico. I would
Oh,
love to see a specialty event, an international event at Margara.
oh my gosh. So Margara is one of those waves where it does break left and right. It looks like Pipeline. I mean, it's this. It almost is like a just a mirror image of Pipe does. You got this barreling wave left and right, and people going all in and hitting the lip. I mean, Jarrett Houston, go to his Instagram. You'll see a bunch of incredible waves there. And then you'll be able to see, you'll go down a rabbit hole of everybody who's ridden there. And that wave is phenomenal. I will back you up on that.
I tell you, I've told this story a gazillion times. My first ever surf trip was Puerto Rico back in 1997. And it just got under my skin and in my blood in the best possible way. There's a reason why Puerto Rico is called the Enchanted Island. There's just something magical about Puerto Rico. Same thing with Hawaii for me. From the first time I set foot on Oahu, and I've been obsessed with. I got to get back to Hawaii. Well, every year it's the same thing with Puerto Rico. Got to get back to Puerto Rico. To have specialty events in those two locations would be absolutely phenomenal.
I, gosh, just the logistics of making it happen in Puerto Rico, I think would be probably a little easier than pipeline. Um, so Bobby Quinones, Carlos Rivera, and gosh, all you guys on Puerto Rico, make it happen, dude. That would be freaking amazing to get back. Natasha and Jared, they have that experience. Natasha, I mean, she's got all the experience to be able to pull it off. Just a special event. Give it a month-long window and let everybody go at it. I mean, that would be amazing.
And I would love the opportunity to get back down there. And you know what? Being back on the US East Coast, especially in North Carolina, I think it's like a 3 or 4 hour flight for me to get to Puerto Rico.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
so I am forewarning uh, some people that even without a specialty event or a contest to go down to, I will be turning up in Puerto Rico sooner rather than later.
All right. Well, let me know when that happens because I miss it too. I'd love to go out there. Yeah, I mean, it's got the best things of Hawaii, the island vibe, the warm weather, and then some the best of the Latino vibe, the hospitality, the food, the vibe, and oh, Puerto
The
Rico is magical.
the food, the waves, the people. I've I fell in love with it the very first time, and I've been in love with Puerto Rico for over a quarter century now. And that will probably never change, until the day I die. I will always want to go to Hawaii. I will always want to go to Puerto Rico.
All right. Well, let's I'm gonna make a note to Natasha and Bobby Quinones because I think those two are the most some of the most iconic Puerto Rican bodyboarders that just come to mind first off. Margara, Bobby, BQ, Natasha. Got it. Okay, sorry. I need to make the note. All
Yeah, and
right.
even if I'm not working the event, if they make a Mordera Invitational happen, I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as they say it's on, I'm booking a plane ticket.
Yeah. And I'm sure they're cheap there, cheaper than coming from San Diego.
Yeah, I mean, Puerto Rico has traditionally been an East Coast surfer's quick getaway. It's kind of, some surfing circles have actually referred to it as the Hawaii of the Caribbean.
Yeah. Well,
So
it's
I prefer to refer to it as Isla del Encanto.
me too. All right.
But
Bodyboarding news on my side. Um, I just saw a post from Informed Instagram, and they pretty much called out Riptide on plagiarizing some content from I think one of their podcasters and putting it on their website or their blog. I don't know, but it was just so funny how Informed they're calling you out. So I want to see the response from Riptide. To be honest, I don't even know who's behind Riptide, or I think we need to do another interview with, or an interview with the Informed guys. I'd love to chat with them.
the first name that comes to mind, the last person I really was in contact with Riptide Bodyboarding is Dave Heaviside.
Okay.
So we'll see if we can't get hold of him and see where things are at.
All right, sounds good. Bodyboarding news, a couple more things. Tomorrow, I will be dropping the latest images for the Aaron Lloyd slides prints. You can get the slide photos uh, printed on a t-shirt, sweater, and yeah, so that's going to be dropping tomorrow. I'll put it at 6 o'clock p.m. Um, just to give me time to make sure it's all ready to go. But the late I just did post one on Bug Life. Nugget dropping in at Pipeline is one of the photos. And there's going to be a few lifestyle photos. There's a Ben Severson shot with him in the water with all his boards. And yeah, there's going to be a couple more ones. I think Kisasaki at on the west side on Oahu. But I mean, they have to be out there. Whether you get a t-shirt or a sweater or not, just go to the website at shop.buglife.com and just look at the photos, screen grab them, share them, and let people tell the stories because that's what it is. It's all these stories that um, are just sitting in a box. And once they're out, then people can start telling those stories about Kisasaki or Ben and his boards or Nugget at Pipe. And, it's just a way to, you know, uh, perpetuate their legacy. And I'm having fun doing it, just looking at the photos. So that is dropping on shopbuglife.com or shop.buglife.com. And last but not least, Cabo Freak Fest, we do have just 3 more spots available. That's going on August 18th through the 25th. We got a guy from Maui and 2 Californians to join JG, J-Rom, and myself. I did reach out to Jimmy Hootaff, the owner of the foam company on Maui, and there's a chance the wizard will show up. So I'm crossing my fingers. I'm gonna reach out to him again. But he would be freaking amazing to have on board just because not only is he a cool freaking person, but to see him drop knee out at some of the waves in Los Cabos would be freaking amazing to watch. So crossing my fingers we can make that happen. So Cabo Freak Fest, it's not really freaky anymore, not like those early years. It's all about finding those perfect empty waves, and having a good time.
Most definitely. And yeah, I kind of wish I could get back to the Cabo Freak Fest with you. It's been a while.
Yeah,
And even though I never really was there for the crazy days of Cabo Freak Fest, there's always a certain level of, going out and cruising around Cabo at night or like the booze cruise and just having a good time. But, if you're paying for a good bodyboarding trip, the most important part is scoring the goods out in the water.
yeah,
And Cabo always delivers. Yeah.
yeah. And I don't think people realized until the very end, where once you see the photos and videos and drone footage that come with it, all inclusive, that is worth the trip in itself. So I'll put something on the chat and also on buglife.com about it again. Soon as soon as the Aaron Lloyd slides prints, you know, get some airtime, then I'll throw some Cobble stuff out there. But that's it for me. Bodyboarding news.
You know what? I'd like to throw one last piece of bodyboarding news out there. Last week, we completely went off on the unfortunate incidents that were going on at the Akita Pro on the IBC World Tour. But I did want to say congratulations to Tristan Roberts, who won the men's division. Tristan, former world champion looking to reclaim the crown. This is where I'm kind of on the fence with everything. As disappointed as I am with the direction of the IBC World Tour, I still appreciate the determination and effort of all of the professional bodyboarders that continue to pursue these events in, their effort to win a world title and, just to continue their professional careers. So, it's a tough one for me because a part of me wants to continue to bash the IBC until they get their shit together. But at the same time, I still want to champion the champions of our sport. So it's kind of a hard position for me to be in. I'm having trouble resolving that because, the IBC is what it is right now. And I don't think it's headed in a positive direction. There's a lot of things going wrong. They keep having these major negative incidences that are impacting and undermining the sport. But at the same time, we have such an incredible level of talent on display at these events, such amazing competitors, and some truly unique individuals. And I love them all. I all want to see them all do well. At the same time, I want to see the IBC World Tour step up their game, clean up their messes, and get things back on track. Yeah. So with that said, I just wanted to congratulate Tristan Roberts. I know there was a lot of controversy at that event, and for you to, stay focused, take the win, kudos, brother. I appreciate your efforts.
Yeah, yeah. Right there with you. It's very tough to, have that passion for the competitors and just backing up what they are doing in the water and then seeing the behind the scenes and knowing firsthand, or not firsthand, but knowing what could be going on back there is it's difficult. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, the focus of the bodyboarding world tour should be on the bodyboarding competitors, not, whatever personal agendas and alternative motives or, or any of the behind the scenes nonsense. That stuff needs to be cut out. The focus needs to be returned to the best interest of the competitors.
Yeah,
With
I
that
know.
said,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and with that said, I don't want to venture too deep into negative or critical commentary on it. Done enough of that for today already. You know, I, I wish everybody the best. I hope things improve. And with that said, let's transition into the Boog Life video of the week. The video I picked this week actually just dropped on YouTube about 6 hours ago. And I love this video. I'm a big fan of Breaking Even TV to begin with. Craig Wetter, Tanner McDaniel. And this video, they titled The Best Session at Creek This Year. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Salt Creek in Orange County, California, a bodyboarding heaven. I love that wave. My last couple of sessions there, not so great. Got my ass handed to me just because I was so out of shape. But it's a phenomenal wave. And, watching these guys ride there is incredible. The video we're going to show you, we're going to roll through the intro and then skip forward a little bit. But when you get the chance, definitely worth sitting down and watching it in its entirety.
Let's do it.
Let's get into it.
You got the sound?
Yep.
Man,
What's up, guys? We are back with another episode on Breaking Even TV. Looks like the waves are about to get pretty fun here. We got a pretty under forecasted south swell and a little bit of west swell comboing it up. While I wait for Tanner and Alex to get here, I'm gonna send the drone down, do another lazy surf check for you guys.
let's get to the action. love these days where it just keeps getting better and better. Yeah. This is only 45 minutes from my house. Why am I not going there? I know. Maybe I can make it in one of the videos, the Breaking Even TV videos. Get out of that. Gosh, it looks like nobody's out there either.
Yeah.
All right. I need to get over there. All right, this thing's like 10, almost 11 minutes long. Ooh, that was a nice little glimpse. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
You can have barrels galore.
Yeah, all just under 11 minutes. And like I was telling everybody, it's definitely worth watching in its entirety, especially the part we skipped over. The drone surf check footage is really cool. I just wanted to jump into the live action. But, watching this from start to finish, it's a killer video, good solid footage. And as for what you were saying, you need to get your ass out there at Creek. I'm pretty sure the bodyboarders in the lineup would be stoked to see you dropping the knee at Creek.
I would love to. And actually, DMC Fins, they've been, hooking me up for years. Don McCready in Australia. They just sent me a pair of prototype repellers, which is made out of a new compound of rubber. You know what? I don't want to say more about that. I need to ask him if I can talk about it and even show you guys that. But he sent them over for me to test out and see if they're good. So maybe that's where I go. Salt Creek.
I'm pretty sure there'd be some stoked people out in the lineup and on the beach watching you tear it up on the knee, bro.
It's been a while, so we'll see how it goes. But if I do
Oh,
head up there,
stop. You're like Roach, bro. You can be out of the water, off a boog, not drop me in for months on end. And then as soon as you get back out there, it's like riding a bike. You're right back to it and throwing tail, bro.
well, I got to make sure I'm stretching up until that point because I am coming up on 53 in December, so I'm not a young chicken anymore.
Yeah, none of us are young bucks anymore, but you know what? Still love the bug. That's all that matters.
All that matters.
All about the bug life, brother.
Totally. Um, before you head over to the Tuesday motivation, just thank you guys for watching episode 285 and hanging in there with us through all of these years. And shit, maybe we do something big for 300. 15 weeks from now, that would put us, I don't know where that would put us, but let's plan.
Sounds like a plan to make
All
a
right.
plan.
Okay.
Let's make it happen. All right. With that said, into our weekly motivation for this episode. And once again, I'm going to touch upon the words of Anthony Bourdain. He was always a big influence. I loved his travel exploits and the fact that, some punk rock loving, Ramones fan that worked, in restaurants in New York could become such a well-known author and TV personality. I always loved where he was coming from, his thoughts on travel and food and experience. And this week is no different. So, let's get into it. To sit alone or with a few friends, half drunk under a full moon, you just understand how lucky you are. It's a story you can't tell. It's a story almost by definition you can't share. I've learned in real time to look at these things and realize I just had a really good moment. And just to add a little bit onto that, it doesn't matter if it's a bodyboarding session, a good meal, or just finding a quiet moment alone. Enjoy those moments. With that said, we'll see you next week for episode 286. We're out.